contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
philsgang.com is not the only way you can stay in touch with what we do throughout the day. With today's social media, you can stay up to date with Phil's Gang current events. You can find Phil's Gang on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and more. Phil's Gang radio show is broadcast live Monday through Friday from 3 p.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Facebook, Periscope, and, of course, YouTube. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe. Go to philsgang.com and find our social media buttons at the top left-hand corner of the site. philsgang.com and Phil's Gang social media, keeping you connected.
Why pay thousands of dollars for a weekend seminar when for only $39.95 a month, philsgang.com provides all the daily market investing information you need to make profits in the stock market. With over 40 years of investing experience, only Phil Grant and the philsgang.com team provide daily live investing webinars, up-to-the-minute market updates, all the investing educational videos you can imagine. Don't hesitate to learn, invest, and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG, 877-600-4264.
Warning, Google, Apple, Microsoft, Netflix, Facebook, all these hot stocks are going to crash. They're going to drop as much as 60-70%. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Exactly what happened in the dot-com days is going to repeat itself. Remember, 85% of people lose money in the stock market because they don't know when to get out. I fixed that with my color code technology chart. Tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. That's right. Make sure you check it out. It's free for 10 days. philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grant at philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grandy.
The recession that we just had was the shortest recession in history, right? It was only 2 months from peak to trough.
Really? The recession? Well, let me tell you, there's your problem. The recession. There's so little of them now. Yeah, they don't let us have recession. It was a recession that used to keep the economy healthy. Make sure our assets, stocks and bonds, weren't overblown like they are now. Crazy. Huge bubble. Now everybody sits back and they look at the stock market. New highs, new highs, new highs. But they don't realize those new highs is what's going to take this market down. Because it's a massive bubble. The bubble shouldn't be that massive. We used to have a check. We used to have a check and balance to make sure that assets didn't get crazy. So this market that's up over 475%, everybody's looking at, well, this is great. I'm a multimillionaire. Really? Well, you better get out in time. You better. Understand, when they destroyed this economy and they financially engineered the stock market, the thing they had to get out of the way was these small recessions. It was so important. Let's get these small recessions out of the way. That's what QE is. You know, most people have no idea what QE is. Oh, they hear the standard garbage. QE, what they do is print money, go in and buy the 10-year treasury, drops it down, brings interest rates down to zero, and everybody parties and buys the stock market. No. That's just part of it. QE is a death sentence to the stock market and to the economy. QE means no one cares about the economy. When I say no one, who am I talking about? I'm not talking about the hard-working family. I'm not talking about 72% of our workforce that works hard, that makes $48,000 a year household income, and when they finish paying their 8 most common expenses, they have very little left. In fact, they have to go use their credit cards as a support. destroyed this economy. See, when markets were strong is when we had a mechanism in place where we would always would eliminate these weak producers, these weak banks, destroy them, get rid of them, these weak companies, even unproductive workers, get rid of them. That's when you had a strong economy, where you eliminate the weak. You eliminate the unproductive to keep the economy strong. Strong foundation. It was a check and balance. When you had these little recessions, they were a check and balance. They made sure our debt, our assets wasn't blowing up, weren't getting out of size, too big. A bubble. It's the banks and large companies. If they became zombies, you get rid of them. Break them up, get rid of them, take their assets, and give it to the rest of the banks. Do you remember when Baby Bush, right after the dot-com crash, when he became president after 9/11 and all that was going on, and I remember he thought the best thing to do is start a housing bubble. He just took the playbook from the dot-com. He said, I'll do the same thing. I'll just put it in the housing, and we'll give people who don't deserve a house. We'll give anybody a house. Anybody. We'll make sure anyone can buy a house. They can pick their own payment. We don't even care what their credit is. That's QE. See, that never used to happen. When we had recessions, yes, recessions were painful. But when you have these small recessions, sure, they're painful. But what was terrific about a recession is everyone's balance sheet would get clean. Their balance sheet, their debt, the biggest thing, the debt. When you get a country's debt bigger than what you're producing, your output, that's insane. You don't think we're going to get a stock market crash? What are you, nuts? Matter of fact, tonight at 6:30 again, I'll be posting my 12th posting of why we're getting closer to a recession or to a crash. I do one every Friday so that you won't be surprised when it happens. You won't be surprised. By the way, talking about surprise, I want to tell everybody, folks who are not in the stock market, folks who have these horrible mutual funds, these terrible mutual funds, which are garbage. I mean, you talk about a con job, a skimming operation, 401ks, and then they stick the mutual fund in it. Now, some of you just have mutual funds. You don't even have a 401k. You're screwed. It's the worst product in the world. I mean, 401ks, they're so bad. Think about it. They're the only product that people don't understand the product. They don't even know the cost of the product. They don't even know what they are. 401ks. They have no idea. They're like cattle. Oh, I need a 401k. I need a mutual fund. Okay. They have no idea how bad a 401k is and the mutual fund that they stick inside it. Remember, your 401k was not set up for retirement. That 401k is the 401k. That's a tax law. That 401k sheltered the income of millionaires, of the CEOs. And then they decided to get rid of pensions when everybody started to send all their labor force overseas, China, wherever. And they got rid of the pensions because they were too expensive. And they know when they went to and they took a mutual fund and stuck it inside a 401k, that was a con job. They knew that. You were never going to make any money because expenses are too high. And they knew that there'd never be enough money for retirement. You never get a check big enough to help you through retirement. Never. Always have to be subsidized by Social Security. Now, the biggest problem, whether you're in the stock market or you're in a mutual fund, you do not know when to get out. 85% of people lose money. Now think about it. Why is it that so few people make money in the stock market? Especially when you have a stock market like this been going up 13 years. 13 years this market's been going up. How can you possibly lose money? Well, you are. You're going to lose it because you're not going to know when to get out. When you're either in an individual stock, in an ETF, or you're in a mutual fund. You're not going to know when to get out. Matter of fact, mutual funds are so bad, when the market starts crashing, let's say you wake up in the morning, and all of a sudden, we've been in a crash for 3 weeks, but not a real crash. It's just starting to break down because markets just don't crash. They take time. So one morning you wake up and the market's down 1,500 points or 2,000 points. You can't even get out of the mutual fund. Do you know that? They won't let you out. You got to wait at night. So what we did, we have a product called our Pro 2. It's a fantastic product. It's all over the country, all over the world, because it simply tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to add to your position, when not to add, when to run like hell. Well, when I come back, I'm going to explain a new product that we have for you poor souls that are in mutual funds.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
At St. Jude Children's Research Hospital, we're fighting against childhood cancer every day. At the heart of this battle are our donors.
Most of us want to make some type of difference in the lives of others. St. Jude does miraculous work.
The fact that no one has to pay, it's a place where everyone is treated as an equal.
Everybody is welcome here. And it doesn't matter your religion or what part of the world you're from, all that is taken away. It just gives you some hope.
It's just a nice feeling to put your energy into something that really does genuinely make a difference in a child's life.
There's just no greater gift. If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
Finding cures, saving children. St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. Find out how you can help at stjude.org.
What if you could have an in-depth understanding of the stock market just like the pros? Well, thanks to Phil Grandy and philsgang.com, you can. philsgang.com offers comprehensive, up-to-date market information designed to help you understand and anticipate market behavior. With philsgang.com, you'll build your investing confidence even through down cycles and periods of uncertainty. Go to philsgang.com. philsgang.com today. 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed, because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere, because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call, 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
There's a lot of excess savings. We estimate in the U.S., up to 10% of excess savings having accumulated in deposits. And, so there's a lot of spending power by households in aggregate, at least.
My God. What they're telling you is everybody's saving and they're all going to go spend it. No, they're saving because they're scared. It's just like the Federal Reserve. They're scared to death because they know what's facing us. They know we're going to have the biggest crash in history. If they didn't think we're going to have the biggest crash in history, they'd be raising rates. The best stock markets is when they start raising rates. The best economy is when you're raising rates. When rates are going up, you got a good economy. You got things that are going good. When you got to use zero rates, and you got to, when you use zero rates and then you create these stimulus programs, hell, man, you're on life support. Don't you get that? They lie to us. Stimulus is nothing but life support. Sending these $1,400 checks out is life support. Spending $300 million back to San Francisco, to the city. Another $200 million here. That's life support. If they took that same money and put it into cancer research, wouldn't that be wonderful? Or they took that same money and they said, you know what? The backbone of the United States has always been entrepreneurs and startup businesses. That's the backbone of this nation. It's always been. It'll never change. We're going to take this money, instead of taking $300 million and sending it to San Francisco, where the last $300 million, they told us they were going to use it to reduce the amount of people that were sleeping in vans and cars. They're also going to use it to reduce homelessness overall. It didn't do either. Homelessness went up 17%, not down, up. And the amount of people sleeping in cars and vans went up 45%. So now they're sending them another $300 million. How does that grow a country? It doesn't grow jobs. Productivity grows jobs. And when you have a nation, all they do is print money, and you have no check and balances to make sure that this money, that wherever they're putting it, if you don't have a check and balance to make sure it goes to where it creates jobs, you're screwed. And this money doesn't go to where it creates jobs. This money goes to where Pelosi wants it to go, or Schumer wants it to go, or the Democrats or Republicans want it to go. That's where it goes. Anytime they send money out, it should be, we're creating another job. We're creating another job. But they don't care about creating jobs, because where do they make their money? Their money is made in the stock market. So no longer No longer do they have a mechanism in place like we used to. These small recessions that would put some sanity in this thing. They would say, wait, stop. Let's stop. We want to make sure the stock market, that asset, hasn't blown into a big bubble. This particular stock, like Tesla, has a PE ratio of 140. What are you, out of your mind? 140 PE ratio? 140 times? Are you nuts? You'd have to have someone, if someone came from Mars and look at this and say, what the hell's going on? But nobody cares. So, see, it used to be you couldn't do that. When you had these recessions, it was always in check. Make sure the debt wasn't climbing. Make sure that the debt wasn't growing faster than our output. We always made sure that the stock market, the PE ratios, the stock itself wasn't a big bubble. But the debt was always the big thing. You had to keep that in check. And when you kept that in check, and what you really had to keep in check is the weak companies, the weak banks, the unproductive companies, the unproductive banks. That's what you had to keep in check besides the debt. And when you kept the weak companies in check, the weak banks in check, and the people, both unproductive and the workers unproductive, you get rid of them. Boom, boom, gone. They're gone. You don't support them. And you get rid of them, and you take their assets, and if it's a bank, let the banks go broke. That's what Baby Bush should have done. Let all the banks go broke. Remember, he decided to bail the banks out, so let them go broke. Now they got bigger than ever. So big they can't go broke anymore. So it never was that way. You always had a wonderful country because they always kept in check our debt. They always kept in check our productivity. But they finally said, no, we got to, after the stock market crash in 2008, they all decided no more of that. Let's bypass all that. Let's print money and not put it into the companies, not put it into the banks, not put it into productivity. Who cares if we're going to produce anything? Let's just put it straight in the stock market. Let's bypass companies and banks and productivity. Let's just drive the market. And we'll no longer have even small recessions. We don't care. Just keep driving the market. And then we'll tell everybody the market is the economy. That's what they did. Of course, you can make a fortune if you know what you're doing. Meaning get out in time. And if you have a mutual fund, you're going to be screwed. And that's why we, for years, designed now a product for those who are in a mutual fund. Just like our members who are in stocks. They don't have to worry anymore. The tracker is a wonderful tool. And you can use it for 30 days free. The tracker, you can select any mutual fund you want. And you go, and by the way, you when you go take a look, it's so simple. It's so simple. We have a video show you how to use it. So simple. And just as simple, you get a buy signal and you get a notice. You get notified when it's a buy signal. And then when the mutual fund is starting to break down, and you shouldn't be adding to it or whatever, it's going to break down, it tells you. It'll come across your phone. It'll warn you. So you always know the shape of your mutual fund. You don't have to worry about it anymore. It will tell you when you should get out of the damn thing or when you should get in it. I mean, it's amazing. You should just try it for 30 days. It's free. You see how it works. Go to my site, philsgang.com, where it says get started.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down. It keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. That's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now are the worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Are you tired of being lied to about some magical economic recovery that only benefits the 1 percentile? And then when the market does collapse, you're sitting there calling your broker, what do I do? When you should be shorting? Learn how to short the market. Continue to listen to my radio show, philsgang.com. Become a member, only $39.95 a month, and learn how to short.
Don't wait. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
With the philsgang.com membership, we bring investors right to the floor, into the pits with Phil's daily live webinar classroom. Get inside market guidance on investing strategies. Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Don't have time to analyze and study stocks? At philsgang.com, we recognize that there are all types of investors, and we also recognize that your time is valuable. So we offer investing programs for all individuals. We offer investing programs for long-term and short-term positions. And philsgang.com provides quick and easy to understand investing videos that only take a few minutes to watch. With the philsgang.com investing programs, you will learn technical stock charting, how to execute your trades, and most importantly, you will gain the confidence to know when to get out of a stock and take profits. Sign up at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or give them a call, 877-600-GANG. Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. So, the biggest problem, there's millions of people that have 401ks, and inside those 401ks are mutual funds. And some people just have a mutual fund. Whatever your situation is, for the first time, you're going to be able to take control. You're going to know when to buy, when to sell. First of all, it's so easy, and we're going to give it to you free for 30 days. It really works. You have a mutual fund watch list, first of all. Then we give you a Standard & Poor's 500 benchmark for comparison. You got multi-year percentage yield statistics. You got multi-year back testing of the fund performance. I mean, and an alert. We always are posting alerts. You got a mutual fund? You don't know what to do? Well, guess what? We're the first people that are going to give you something where we post an alert for you, give you a notification, email, and text notifications where it says take action. Take action. Did anybody ever do that for you for your mutual fund? Especially if it's inside a 401k? No. In fact, the little video, I'm going to play just a little bit of it, where it explains it. So, the mutual fund, everybody knows that they're a joke. Your S&P, okay, I mean, you can go in and just buy the spiders and make a lot more money, bigger returns. Why? Because of the fees. The fees kill you. But you can't change people. I mean, there's millions and millions of people who just feel good being in a mutual fund. They just feel good about it. And you can't convince them one way or the other. You can't convince them how bad 401ks are. I've been trying for years. You just can't. People are caught with this match. They match you. The business matches you. That's a joke, too. They don't really match you, but that's for another day. So here's the deal. If you're in mutual funds, and for the first time you want to feel that you're in control, where you get an alert that says you have to take action. It'll tell you, okay, hey, you better get out. Or you can put in a mutual fund, track it. You get a mutual fund, just put it in, and it'll tell you when to buy. There's nothing like it. We've been working on this for years. So go to my site, philsgang.com, where it says get started. And then you'll see the products, all my products. And then you'll see the mutual fund tracker. Click on, and you got your video. The video, and you got instructions. You got detailed rules and instructions, all for your use. You have a beautiful mutual fund watch list. You want to put your own in, go ahead. As I say, you got the S&P 500 benchmark for comparison. And the multi-year back testing. A year back testing of the fund performance. So for the first time, you're taking control. No one else in this country has anything like this. So check it out. Go to philsgang.com where it gets started. And it'll say mutual fund tracker. And for the first time, you're in control. And you get it for 30 days free. Just check it out. Okay. Now, the stock market. The market right now has a real problem. The market is starting to consolidate. There's a big problem. They don't know what to do. The Federal Reserve, they're scared to death. They're scared to death. Why do you think they're keeping interest rates at zero? They're scared to death. And as I told you, the problem we have with the market is there's nothing in place to keep it in check. You know, we have, I think it's right, if the numbers now, if I'm right, about 125 trillion in assets. I know if you take the stock market and you take the bonds, you put everything together, it's ridiculous. It's such a bubble. We've never seen a bubble like this. So let's take advantage of the bubble As the stock market goes up or individual stocks go up or ETFs go up, we're there. We get in. And you don't have to worry. I tell you all the time, 85% of the people lose money because they don't know when to get out. Well, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And in fact, now we have a chart for you folks in a mutual fund. You don't have to worry about that anymore in a mutual fund. But the total value of these assets have gone unchecked, just like our debt has gone unchecked. Do you understand what QE has done? And few people even know what QE is. It has really screwed us up. The massive debt. I mean, just think about our debt. It's huge. It's not just the $28 trillion. You got to add another $100 trillion on that debt. Another $100 trillion on top of that debt. It's really $128 trillion altogether. It's unfunded. You got about $100 trillion unfunded debt. You got $28 trillion that's funded. We used to be the strongest nation in the world because of productivity. We used to take banks, and when they're going down, let them go down. Take their assets, spread them among all the other banks. A corporation is in trouble. Let it go down. Take your assets, spread it. Oh, we don't do that anymore. We don't do that anymore. Now we go in, print money, which again, every dollar in your wallet, the value goes down, and they go in and save that company. And they save that bank. So we have unproductive banks, unproductive companies, unproductive people, keeps rolling over year after year after year. All for what? All for what? The top 1 percentile or top 10 percentile can continue to get richer. Off your back. If you're working and you have a household income of under $125,000, they're screwing you every day. Because all they're doing is moving these assets up in a bigger and bigger bubble. Keep inflating it, inflating it. And QE was the worst. They really started to inflate with QE. You know, now they're going to raise taxes. Are you kidding? We are now in the third term of Obama. And I'm not going to get into the politics. But let me ask one simple question. When Obama and Biden, that team, they first started out, what's the first thing they did? The first thing they did was raise our taxes. That's the very first thing they did, raise our taxes. And let me ask you something. Have you ever heard of anybody that's running for president raise taxes or they're campaigning and say, I'm going to raise your tax?
Guess what? If you elect me, I'm not going to have your taxes are going to be raised, not cut. Guess what?
Wait a minute. Have you ever on your life, can you ever remember somebody running for president saying, I promise to raise your taxes, and they get elected? I'm not going to get in the argument of was the election stolen, but wait a minute. Remember this guy?
Read my lips. No new taxes.
Now, he raised his taxes, Bush. Remember Bush here? And he got thrown out of office. So how is it that Biden comes in and says, hey, I'm going to raise your taxes?
Guess what? If you elect me, I'm not going to have your taxes are going to be raised, not cut.
So
guess what? If
anyone tells me that the election wasn't stolen, come on. And I'm not here to talk about politics. I'm here to talk about finance. And this backs into the finance. So now they're raising taxes on top of the biggest bubble in history. And you're not prepared for the bubble to break, are you? Just think of it for a moment. We have the biggest debt in history. For the last 13 years, debt has gone unchecked. Companies have gone unchecked. The market's gone unchecked. Nobody cares about the debt of this country. Nobody cares about debt of companies. Who cares? It's all unchecked. They want it that way. So the top 10% can keep getting rich and more rich out of the stock market. And you should too be able to get rich out of the stock market if you know when to get out. All my members know when to get out of the market. And they're going to make money on the way back down. But answer that question during the commercial. Think about it. Have you ever heard of a president, somebody running for president, say, I got an idea. I'm going to get elected. I'm going to tell everybody I'm going to raise their taxes. What are you, nuts? Join my gang free for 10 days.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Short on time but want to invest in the stock market? Let philsgang.com help you. For only $39.95 a month, you get complete access to all of Phil's powerful investing programs, videos, and resources.
That works for me. Log in, watch the videos, and make profits.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. philsgang.com.
When the market's open, we watch the market all day long. And when we see there's an opportunity for a stock, and it's a stock that we've been following, there's a lot of stocks we put on our watch list, and it has to hit a certain criteria. Then when it does, we alert you. You immediately get an alert that says, we bought this stock, X stock, at $30. So you get an alert immediately. What's better than that? I mean, nobody does that for you. But the most important thing, they'll say, okay, here's why we're getting out now, or here's why we're taking profits. I think it's going to go down. Look, the most important thing is this. I want you to be prepared for when the market does tank or rally, that you're with us, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG. Join my gang right now, Phil's Gang. 877-600-GANG, and you'll be in position, and you'll sleep at night, and you don't have to worry.
Find out more at philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
Did you know breast cancer kills 113 people every day? That's unacceptable.
African American women die from breast cancer nearly 41% more than Caucasian women.
That's unacceptable.
Breast cancer is the leading cause of all cancer deaths for Hispanic women.
Breast cancer is unacceptable.
Together with Susan G. Komen, we're committed to reducing U.S. breast cancer deaths by half.
And we're going to do it by 2026.
Visit Komen.org/unacceptable.
Hi, I'm Phil Graney, philsgang.com. You probably heard me on the radio talking about investing in stocks and trading stocks. Well, this is a special message that I am sending out to you. You, the person who is the beginner, who are getting excited. You're seeing every day the stock market going up, never comes down, keeps going up because of the tremendous stimulus that the president is putting into this market. He wants to continue this market going up while the economy's going down. And that's what it's doing. The economy's going straight down. You know, banks right now, worst ever. They've gone down 40%. I mean, everything's going down. Companies aren't making money, but the stock market's still going up. And you got to be very, very careful when you get into a market like this. You got to know when to get out, and that's where we come in. So if you're a beginner and you want to start learning how to invest stocks properly and have the comfort level of knowing when to get out, when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out, contact us at philsgang.com. Join today, free for 10 days. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, BoydInvestigativeGroup.com.
License number A1900020.
Welcome back. Learn, invest, and make profits with Phil Grandy. Simply go to philsgang.com. Now, here's Phil.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. Remember to subscribe to my Phil's Gang YouTube channel to get both my live and archived radio shows. Also, my free Phil's Take on the stock market. Also, sign up and get a free 10-day chart and membership trial. That's right. And tonight's Friday night. This will be my 12th edition of The Market, getting closer to a crash. I go over the week, what happened, identifying the clues why we're getting closer to a crash. It's free. So this time when the crash comes, you're not going to be surprised. Check it out. Just go to philsgang.com and then go to my YouTube channel. And also remember to listen to my radio show on my YouTube channel. All right. I want to listen to this. Listen to this nonsense.
There is virtually no inflation.
So there is some concern out there. Certainly, the consumers are seeing now. They're seeing the price of oil rise. The cost of goods is going up faster than the cost of services. And there's a lot of inflation in the system.
There is virtually no inflation.
Who would ever believe Larry Kudlow? He said that when the market was crashing. Remember the housing market? And he said, I see no houses, not one house having trouble with their mortgage. I don't see any home crashes around here, housing crash. Remember he said that? Then they finally fired him. Unbelievable. Look, over the weekend, for you people, and you don't have to be a gang member, if you've been with mutual funds and you've been frustrated and you feel like you're alone and nobody's there to help you, well, those days are gone, because we designed a tracker, a mutual fund tracker, and where you get the same notices. If you have a mobile device, you get a notice of action. You got to do something with your mutual fund. Something's going on. You either you hit it where it's got to be sold. You got to get rid of it, or buy it. I mean, what's better? I mean, you now can put up a chart, and it gives you the information you need, which is get the hell out or stay in. I mean, that's got to be. I mean, what more could you have? What more could you ask for? You get your mutual fund watch list, the Standard & Poor's S&P 500 benchmark for a comparison. You get the multi-year back testing of your fund performance. You get an email and a text notification for action to take. You got to take action. Something's going on with your mutual fund. And it's so easy to use. Your kids can do it. Just like my other products, like my Pro 2, my Pro 1. My Pro 2 has been fabulous, especially for people who want to be in stocks long term and they don't want to be, again, excuse me, and they feel they've never had confidence that they can stay in and know when to get out. Because 85% of you in these kind of bubbles, you always get caught and you never get out in time. So check out, go to my site, philsgang.com, where it says Get Started. You'll see all my products, and you'll see the new product, the Mutual Fund Tracker. And it's free for everybody for 30 days. If you're just in a mutual fund, that's all you are. For the first time now, you're going to have access to something that's going to track your mutual fund. It's going to guide you, going to alert you. Have you ever been alerted to take action on your mutual fund? Ever? Of course not. Okay. So the stock market, as I said, they're no longer, since 2008, since they put in QE, no longer is there a system to make sure that we monitor banks, corporations, that they're being productive. We have no way to monitor. I mean, it's just they just got rid of these little recessions. They don't want you to know. They're bypassing all of that. They just want to keep printing money, injecting it, go directly to the markets. Either inject it into the market. See, what usually happens is money should be going into the system. You and I should be bidding against each other to decide the price of the stock. You and I drive the market, drive the stock. That's all gone. See, it used to be that money would be printed, go into the banks would put it into the companies would take the money, put it in business investment, the business investment would grow the economy, you would get a raise, because if your productivity is increasing, because your CEO put money in your company, got new equipment, new machinery, and you're making more hats a day, instead of making 5 hats a day, you're making 500, the company's making more money, you are going to get a raise, and you're going to be able to take that money and invest it, maybe start your own business. The idea right now is that the money that's been going into the market, it's bypassed all the safety nets, all the checks and balances. So a stock that should be at 50 is right now at 150. And whether you're in a mutual fund, okay, or an exchange traded fund or a single stock, you have no clue. And you have nobody there helping you with it. So since 2008, let's think about 2008, 2009, we have companies that are being supported. They're being supported by printing money and just supporting it when these companies should be out of business. These banks should be out of business. And you're in a stock or in your mutual fund, part of your mutual fund, you got companies in there that should be out of business. Or you got a company, its stock is at 150 and it's only worth $25, the real value. Because that's how much the bubble has gone unchecked. And then go take a look at the debt side of the equation. Look at the debt we have. Over 126 trillion, and we're producing more debt than we are output. This is going to be huge. So this has been going on since 2013, and every day it keeps going on, and they bypass all the checks, make sure there's no check and balances, just keep moving the market up. My members will be there taking advantage of the market going up because they don't have to worry. They don't have to worry anymore about when should I get out. And you folks, you poor folks, I always talk about how bad mutual funds are. Finally, we got something to protect you. So you now can get an alert, call to action on your mobile device. I mean, what's better than being called to action? You better do something with your mutual fund. And we got a beautiful video, very short, tells you exactly how to use it. Your kids can use it. It's so simple. You don't have to be a gang member to buy it. And it's free for 30 days. Check it out. Just go to philsgang.com, get where it says get started. And you'll see. You'll see it's very easy. Now, remember, we still have a rotation going on here. For you people who are going back in, if you're listening to these people, they're telling you to buy on the pullback, to buy on the dips. Here, listen to this.
So the banks are positioned quite well, and though they are up...
No, they're not. The banks aren't positioned well at all. They're in the worst shape ever. Why do you think they're printing $1 trillion a day? Why do you think every night they have to print $1 trillion, give it to the banks, because one bank won't loan to another bank? They don't trust each other's balance sheet. They're lying to you. The banks are in the worst position we've ever been, but they're propping them up. They're propping them up. See, before, when we had check and balance, they'd let that bank go under, let it go under. Take their assets, put it with the good banks. We used to do the same thing with companies. No more. They don't let anybody go under anymore. These gangsters, they don't let anybody go under anymore. Keep the market going up. Keep the zombie companies going up. Doesn't matter. Because for people who know when to get out of the market, they're going to make a fortune. They're not worried. They don't go to bed at night worrying if the market's going to crash. They go to bed, like my gang and myself, praying it's going to crash. Praying. Because the market's going to go down 15 times faster, 20 times faster than it ever did before. Because remember, no longer do we have those safety nets. No longer do we have interest rates that we can cut. Remember, the dot-com, when that market crashed, it only went down 40% because we could make 25 interest rate cuts. We had 625 basis points. We could make 25 cuts. When the housing crashed, we could make 25 cuts to slow up the crash so it only went down 54%. This market, there's no way to put any cuts in. There's no way. We can't do any cuts. Interest rates have already been cut. There's no more ammo. So we're going to take advantage of it and make money as it goes down. But you got to know when to get out. You are now protected in your stocks, your ETFs, and now for the first time, your mutual funds. You know exactly when to get out if you're using our mechanism, our tracker. Join my gang over the weekend. See you on the chart.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.